Friday, not such a good Friday. Larry DeLuca here, the man with the lamp. You notice the lamp's off, partly because it's daylight, saves some energy, reduce my carbon footprint, but because, at least on the Republican side of the House, or the Senate, excuse me, there are no honest people to be found. I'm disappointed in Lamar Alexander, and I'm disappointed in Lisa Murkowski because they could have showed courage and they failed to. I'm not terribly excited about Mitt Romney or Susan Collins because we know the vote was orchestrated beforehand and they were given just enough so that they could seem to vote yes while knowing for sure the justice wouldn't happen. If they really believed in witnesses, they should have persuaded more people. I mean, think about it. We've got to the point in the United States where we didn't have a vote to acquit that people were fighting about. We had a vote about whether or not to understand the particulars of the crime that was committed. It's sad that this is the same day that Brexit happened. All of the post-World War II world orders kind of collapsing at once. It's an awful day for democracy, and I'm not sure what will happen. But I do know there are things you can do. Now remember, given that this is going to likely result in Trump's acquittal, and that what Trump did in the first place was to try to corrupt our elections, he's now been given free pass to corrupt our elections, to get foreign powers to interfere. So expect to see bots, expect to see trolls, expect to see people coming on and pitting person against person as we go forward through 2020 and toward the elections. Don't fall for it. Vote blue no matter who, and vote blue down ballot too. And as I always say to Trump, vote blue because it's better than you. So make sure that you think about voting against the Republican Party and against Trump and against every corrupt senator who's about to vote to acquit, and certainly not even voted to acquit, but voted to have a sham trial. We don't do sham trials in the United States, at least not until this week. So it's really, really important you make your voice heard in several ways. What are some other things you can do? Well, you could actually be a poll worker. Do you trust the Republicans? I don't. Do you trust them not to actually interfere and cheat and corrupt the ballots? I don't anymore. So what is one of the things you can do? What we do in all untrustworthy countries is you get other people to watch the vote and observe the elections and make sure things are tallied fairly. That's a job you could do. You can advocate for candidates. You can be in a room full of people that have Bernie supporters, have Warren supporters, and have Yang supporters. And when the fight starts, you can say, hey guys, break it up. Whoever wins, we have to make sure that we win the election in 2020. And as Nancy Pelosi has pointed out on more than one occasion, and she's not the only one, we need to win by a large margin because you know that Trump is going to call these results into question. He is going to try everything he can to stay in the White House, even if he loses. And so we need to be ready, and we need to have enough votes by a wide enough margin that when it's time to show him the door, we can show him the door. Do not give up hope. Winston Churchill once said, this isn't the end, this isn't even the beginning of the end, but maybe today is the end of the beginning, and the real fight's just beginning. There's going to be blitzes in the coming days, more anti-LGBT, more anti-Muslim sort of stuff, anti-immigrant, anti-atheist, pick, it's going to be anti, and it's going to be about the other. And we need to remember that we may not agree politically with everybody. We may not agree with every single religious idea or stance on a particular social issue. But we need to find a way to commonly work together to restore the fundamental precepts of democracy. And that includes safe elections, fair trials, honest and transparent governance. So I'm hoping you'll work with me. This is Virtual March number 7. There's going to be more. All right, I will see you in the streets. Larry DeLuca, the man with the lamp, signing out.